We've been trying to get this up and running for over a year, and we just had our grand opening on March 1st. At Movement Matters here, we run affordable fitness classes for our community. We have Zumba, booty beat, pole dancing, TRX, everything you name it. And we also give free fitness classes to all of our civil service, our fire, our military, our police. Any of them that walk in our door can participate for free. I got involved over 3 years ago. I was actually getting in shape for my wedding at the time, and I decided that this is something I enjoy and I was having fun with it, so I decided to take the next step and become an instructor. I was working my full-time job at the hospital, the full third shift schedule, and I was teaching 8 fitness classes a week on top of it, and I realized how much I was dreading going into my regular job every day, and I figured if I can find a way to do something I love and do it every day and make it my own, then that's what I'm going to do. So I just took the next step. That was a struggle. You're wondering how you're going to get out to the community, how do you get your name out there, how do you bring people into you, how do you change, or not necessarily change what you're trying to do, but make it something that your community wants, and makes it something that makes them happy that you're there and they want to be part of. That was my biggest concern. Before the grants, I was definitely concerned. We were operating out of the back of a daycare after hours, after the kids had gone home, and nobody knew we were there, and it was so hard because people would come in and they had heard about us and they thought they were being punked. They thought it was a joke. They had no idea we were back there. But slowly but surely we started getting in a few regular people and started getting bigger from there, thankfully, but it took a while. Well, I found out about the local business grant, and I didn't know quite what to do, so I just started going with family and friends and the few clients we had at the time, and they actually, it was sort of an involuntary thing. When people found out what I was trying to do and how I was trying to go about it, especially the civil service and the fire department and everything, then word started spreading and people started voting like crazy. Even though a lot of them hadn't set foot in our doors, they just loved the idea. And word started getting around town a little bit, and all my clients were telling their friends and family, the fire departments were talking to each other, and next thing I knew, I got the phone call. I got the phone call, and the lady is like, oh yeah, you won this $25,000 grant, and I was like, who is this? I didn't believe her. And I sat down on the couch and she's like, no, really, I'm calling from Intuit. Your winning vote was from Amy, blah, 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 blah. And she read the text and everything. And I actually sat there and it would not sink in. I was absolutely stunned. I didn't believe her. I'm like, yeah, I did. And I started jumping up and down. It just took a second to kick in. Right when we got the check, the very first thing I did was like, we are out of this daycare. We have to have a storefront. We have to have our own place so people know where to go. People have a home here. They can come in any time of day. And you've seen people come in any time of day. And just, we can socialize. And with the grant, we opened up the studio and it was just a bare walls, industrial carpet thing. We painted it up, we ordered flooring, we ordered some equipment. The Intuit grant completely took us out of basically the basement and gave us our own place. We have a ton of equipment because I want to offer the widest variety of fitness classes I can for the community. We have a lot of dance classes, which don't use any, but we have TRX training systems, we have medicine balls, we have weights, we have kettlebells, we have fitness stages that you can do our pole fitness on. We have pretty much anything that they would want, yoga mats. Like I said, we offer the widest variety of fitness classes in this community right now. We went from just having, a client base that was just the fire departments and, a couple members of the community that had enjoyed my fitness classes to, we've just grown exponentially. We only opened doors, maybe 2 months ago, and we've had, over 100 people come in. Just people just off the street like, oh, I heard about this from a friend, or I heard this and that, and they're coming out of nowhere, which is great. The community has been absolutely fantastic from working with all the fitness instructors that I have in the past. I've gotten some great connections. We do fundraisers for our community. We've done fundraisers for Wounded Warrior and our local emergency assistance center. I'm doing part of the Relay for Life that we'll have in Twinsburg here in about 6 weeks. So I love networking through the charities, and they talk like crazy, and it's wonderful because then you get in all these wonderful big-hearted people that just want to come in and just have fun and move. The only thing I can really say is if it's something you really, really love, just keep trying. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if you just keep trying. And you know what? If it's meant to be, it will find a way, and it just might take a while. That's all. Just keep going to it.
Ready.
I'm Christen Tranchito. I'm owner of Movement Matters, and I love local business.
Very